Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. It's your boy Billy Briz, DFS, aka at Getting Bills on Twitter. We are here for the PFL 2022 season. Episode 1 is going to be the lightweight and light heavyweight division. We're going to go over the prelims, main card, and then wrap it up with the prize picks at the end of the video here. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if this is your first time watching. This is a new season for the PFL. We're going to start it off at the showcase fight of the night. It's going to be Simon Powell versus Clayton Williams here. It's going to be an absolute banger here. Simon Powell is more of a squash match, to be honest with you. Simon Powell is going to get a dude that is absolutely horrible in the regional scene, Clayton Williams. Even though Simon Powell's kind of inexperienced, he's only a 5-15 opponent record. There's a 15-year difference here in this fight. Powell at the weigh-ins looked physically stronger. He's going to be faster and more hungry than his opponent. I think it's going to be a late finish in the third. And who knows if we see Simon Powell in this PFL season, because the light heavyweight division could always use some shine. Next fight, though, is going to be Robert Wilkinson versus Bruce Souto. Wilkinson's coming off a layoff, making his PFL debut. He's the betting favorite over Souto. And this fight should take place on the fate for 15 minutes, hopefully, if so. I think Wilkinson should easily win this by decision. Souto had a great flying knee over Bam Bam Davis on the Challenger Series in week 1, but I think Robert Wilkinson is going to take this one to the bank for us tonight. Next fight is going to be Omari Akmedov versus Viktor. Pesta. Pesta's coming out of Stanford MMA here. He's going to make a splash over Omari Akmedov. Akmedov's the well-worn no name coming over from the UFC, but Pesta's going to have a 6-inch reach advantage, 4-inch height advantage also as well. I haven't really been high on Omari Akmedov since the move up to light heavyweight. I think Pesta's going to get a late round finish here, pick up the 5 points in the second round here. Next fight is going to be Marthin Hamlet versus Teodoras. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Hamlet is coming off a loss in championship versus ACJ. He should be able to go out there and win this fight, though. Teodoras has shown spotty takedown defense in the regional scene, which is going to be a huge problem versus Hamlet. There is a hidden unknown factor here in this fight. Teodoras is coming off a 4-year layoff. Looks absolutely shredded. You know the PFL isn't testing for the PEDs and stuff like that, because Teodoras is definitely off of them and may show later in the season. But I think Hamlet's going to pick up a quick 6 submission. But keep a name out. Circle Teodoras' name for the season, though. You know how the PFL set up. There's a regular season, then a playoffs. So he might not win tonight, but he'll definitely win later on in the season. But next fight, though, is going to be Alexander Martinez versus Stevie Ray. Martinez split wins and losses for Romanov last season, but took a loss against Schulte, who's later on this card. While diverse striker, while I think he lacks the punching power to be really threatening, though, he's more of a submission artist, but he's going up against former UFC Scottish vet here, Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray as a name to remember this season because he has great wrestling himself, wins over Michael Johnson last time we've seen him in the UFC, and a grappling win over Paddy Pimblett. Stevie Ray is one of my favorite bets on the card tomorrow. Next fight, though, is going to be the prelim main event, though. Emiliano Sordi versus Cory Hendricks. Sordi is the 2019 champion. He makes his return for the 2022 season following a lost to the champion ACJ, man. Follow him on Instagram, though. It seems like Emiliano Sordi's ready for this bout. It seems like he's making some improvements to reinvent himself for this season. He'll be looking for another run for the $1 million. His first step, though, is going to be Cory Hendricks, who's taking on this fight short notice for Severia. I think Sordi's going to go for the quick 6 here in the prelim main event, get the first round finish. But let's go over to the main card. Main card is going to be absolutely stacked here for PFL. It's a 420 card. Starts around 9 p.m. East on ESPN Plus. We're going to be going live with the boys for a Wednesday 420 special, so make sure you guys are here and subscribed here at Pubsports Radio. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. First fight on the main card is going to be Nathan Schulte versus Oliver Aubin-Mercer. I always jack up that name. It's very French. Mercier, while a risky play, is the more composed grappler and striker veteran of the sport. Schulte did look good last season, but let's see if he can repeat the form. I got Oliver Aubin-Mercer. I absolutely jack up that name. It's very French-Canadian. Antonio Carlos Jr. versus Delan Monte. Easiest pick of the card is going to be last year's champion. It's going to be Antonio Carlos Jr. coming over from the UFC and making a quick payday. He gets a tune-up fight fight versus Monte, his former jiu-jitsu coach from like 17 years ago from when ACJ first started. But biggest favorite, betting favorite on the card for a reason. ACJ is going to get this one done with a quick 6 in the first round submission. Next fight, though, is going to be Martinez versus Madge. Martinez is champion from last year, but I will say he had one of the luckiest runs ever in PFL history to make $1 million. Madge is going to put a stop to this run real quick, pick up a quick 5, second-round finish. Coming off a layoff with a lot of canceled fights, I think he's motivated. He's still in his prime. I absolutely think Madge is going to smash Martinez and shock some eyes in this PFL debut. Next fight, though, is going to be Clay Collard versus Jeremy Stephens. The main event is going to be an absolute banger. Collard, historically known for the Pettis upset last year, then a questionable championship decision. Jeremy Stephens coming over from the UFC off of a 5-fight losing streak. Man, you know that boy's going to come with some heat in his hands. These boys were chirping all week in the interview. Shouts to MMA Locker Room, a.k.a. Pubsports Radio's finest, Mills. He was on MMA Junkie this last week for the co-main and main event. You can find that on YouTube. But I feel like Jeremy Stephens, man, making his PFL debut, expect him to be hungry here with a new promotion. There's a lot of money on the line this season. It's 420 blaze up. Jeremy Stephens, man, you know what he says. Let's get paid, let's get laid, and let's keep on cashing tickets to Jeremy Stephens. I got Jeremy Stephens in the main event over Clay Collard. The prize picks power play for this PFL card is going to be the fight under total on Emiliano Sordi and Antonio Carlos Jr. I explained the reason why both of these two are going to get quick 6s, and they're going to be first in their division, and it's going to be a showdown going in for the light heavyweight division. My favorite prop for this card is going to be Madge and Martinez fight goes to decision. Even though I think Madge is eligible for a late finish, I think that fight is more than likely to go to decision. And then my favorite prelim bet is going to be Viktor Pesta to win inside a distance over Omari Akmedov. If you like these type of videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and comment down below your favorite PFL pick for this weekend. It's 420, baby, blaze up. Let's go.